Hey there, Monkeys here. Yes, I'm back, but a lot's changed in Minecraft since we last got together. We built the Golden Glow. We're still at Minecraft 1.8, but the version's all the way up at 1.11 now. Lots changed. Some new, cool new stuff went in, but also a few of our older farms have gotten broken along the way. So I was thinking, why don't we take a look at some of those changes and maybe fix some of the farms that aren't working properly. Now you probably are asking yourself, what's with all these villagers? Well, one of my favorite additions has been the mending enchantment, and that's the one that lets your tools and armor repair just using as you collect XP. So I've been doing a lot of work to find a villager that can sell me these books, and I've gotten lucky along the way. I found a librarian that sells the mending enchantment. So you can see I've got a few books here on me. I've got more stored in a chest in another location. And I've already put it on some of my key pieces of armor as well as my main tools. Now this has been super important because we've been doing a lot of work digging out space for the next half of the building. So you can see here the entire third quarter has now been dug out, and I've actually made some pretty good progress on the back side of the fourth quarter, which you can't quite see from here. Key part of making all this work to get those tools repaired is getting XP, and I've been using the agrosphere for that. So just trading with our friendly farmer villager for some wheat, some carrots, some potatoes, and he gives us emeralds, but also a lot of XP along the way. So that's been fantastic for keeping my tools up to date. You can see my shovel here is on the way out. So I probably need to trade with this guy, but we have a problem. The agrosphere has been broken for a little while. So you can see we're almost down to our last few double chests of carrots, and same problem with potatoes. This used to be full all the way up to the third chest, and not anymore. So these guys are going to come in handy, and more on that in just a second. So you might remember this is designed by Unirybit, and a helpful YouTuber named Nathan Ryan posted a video, and I'll link to it in the description, showing how to fix this farm for some of the changes that happened in 1.9. And one of the big problems is that the hungry villager that we have in here, and I'll show you that in a second, that hungry villager is managing to sneak food in and around our structure here. So this guy up here, who's supposed to be hungry, he's supposed to be fed by the farmer here. Well, somehow he's already got carrots in his inventory, so he's no longer hungry. So the farmer's no longer has any incentive to go harvest any food for him, and that means this farm doesn't produce anything. And the same thing's happening on the upper level with our hungry potato guy. So what we're going to do is we're going to let these two guys free, and then we're going to make some tweaks to the structure based on some of the tips that Nathan posted in his video, and that'll make not only this farm a bit more efficient, but also make it work more smoothly. Well, you would not believe the amount of work I had to do to get these updates made, get this farm working. But it is working now. We've got potatoes coming out from this top layer. The middle layer is down below. We've got carrots being produced. So all is good, all is well. Put in the updates here in the middle, so you can see the water stream is now kind of moved one block forward. It's one block higher than it used to be. So right away, when the farmer throws his food in there, it's going to go straight into the water, get carried through, and dropped into this tube. Before he was kind of chucking it over like a half slab, which doesn't work so well since the villagers were updated in 1.9. These guys are not the ones I showed you earlier. Actually, it took me about 6 villagers to get this right. So a lot of villagers were set free during the making of this video. But yeah, these guys are now our hungry villagers. They're hanging out, helping the farmer, shouting some friendly motivation, making sure that he keeps working hard. And yeah, you can see that trap doors in front of them is important to keep them a little bit further away from the farmer, reduces the risk of them picking up food. And then widened out this glass tube a bit so there's no more corners think that was causing some problems. But the big change, the thing that took me a long time to figure out, is I had to raise the whole potato layer up by a block. So before, I don't know if you can see it very well, but before we had only one layer of dirt. That's now 2 layers of dirt, and that's because I built the original farm a little differently than how it was proposed in Unibit's tutorial. Tried to make it a little bit more compact, and that worked out fine in 1.8, but the changes in 1.9 and later made it so that the farmer on this top layer wasn't paying attention to the guy up above. He was only looking at the guy below, and so he's trying to throw the food downwards, so it just kind of gets stuck here all the time. But yeah, this is done, and we've got potatoes and carrots again, so that's all great. Oh man, look at all those villagers. This is pretty crazy. Did go through quite a few to find that magic librarian with the mending book. A lot harder to get librarians now in 1.11, just with all the new types they've added. One more tweak we made to the agrosphere here. We've just added a seed filter and disposal system. So before we were just kind of collecting the seeds down below. I've got almost 9 double chests full, so don't need any more. So just put in a basic filter here with and added a little switch to tweak it. So if we do want to keep some, we can turn this filter off, and they'll just go down below again. But right now I'm going to keep it to the burninate setting, and that way we can dispose of those here in the lava. All right, well, we're done with the agrosphere. Let's move on to the next farm. All right, next up is the Guardian farm. You might remember this from episode 1. Really like this farm, and we're going to need some of the stuff that it produces for one of our next builds. But unfortunately, it's broken. So this is the storage area up top. You might remember that Guardians spawn on the lower platform. They fall through the lava blade, have a long drop. Their stuff gets collected at the bottom, sorted, and then shoots up through these 4 glass elevators. So this one's for shards, fish. This is kind of an extra one, and actually this one is for shards. This one's for the crystals. But unfortunately, these elevators are broken. This was a glitch you could use in previous versions up to 1.8. But yeah, it was fixed or broken. Probably I'd say fixed in 1.9, so you can no longer do that. But fortunately for us, I think in version 1.10 they added a new way to do this, which is a lot simpler, makes a little bit more sense, and we're going to update the sorting system down here to use that. So hey guys, how's it going? So here we are. This is the old setup. So once the items are filtered, they come into this dispenser, shoots it out into a water raceway over ice that slides into that fence post, and then through some Minecraft magic, they kind of float their way up into the sky and get collected into the sorting system. No longer have to do this craziness. I mean, this doesn't even work. If we take a look at this one, right, we can see all these items kind of collecting up in the corner. Now it's a lot simpler. We just need to put a dispenser shooting up into our tube here at the bottom, and yeah, so it'll be easier to get the items into there. Simpler circuits, and might just have to fix up the tube a bit, because I think it's going to have to be 3x3 all the way. Anyway, that's enough explanation. Let's get this work going. All right, and that's done. You can see this is way more compact. This used to be the space where we had the circuit to trigger the dispenser, or actually it was a dropper. Now it's a dispenser shooting up into this glass tube. You can see the shards are going up now, all the way up to the top. Got the same thing going on here for the crystals, and then on the other side we've got the ones for the fish. One thing that's changed since we originally built this farm, they used to drop just kind of raw fish, but neat change that they've added is that mobs that die due to fire will actually drop cooked meat. So these guys are now dropping cooked fish to change up some of the filters up top to pick those up. And let's head up to the top, and you'll be able to see that everything's floating to the storage area. One other change I made to the storage area is we have a ton of fish already stored up. Storage was almost full. I think there's about close to 12 double chests up here, which is just a crazy amount of fish. We're never going to need all this. Yeah, so these first 3 columns here are all full of fish. So yeah, so you can see the items are floating up to the top again, and around the back side here you can see just a simple Simple thingerdoodler here to get rid of all the extra fish. So there's a comparator up there at the top. So when the last hopper, the last row starts getting full, that'll eventually light up this circuit all the way down here. Enables this dropper hopper chain into this dropper to trigger. Same circuit as we had down below for the droppers. And yeah, the extra fish just die in the lava, although they're already kind of dead. But yeah, done with the Guardian farm. So let's see what we can tackle next. All right, we're back at the mountain base. Probably haven't seen this in a long time. Up top here, I've got a mob farm built quite a while ago. This is one farm we're not going to fix. So this guy uses a shifting floor design to drop mobs. That doesn't work anymore. It's going to be a lot of work to fix that, and I think we'll probably build a new mob farm at some point in the new area. So that one is going to stay as is for now. But yeah, no more shifting floors after 1.8. We are far underground underneath the mountain base, and this is a slime farm that I built quite a while ago. It's a pretty simple design, just a few platforms. Fairly old design. I don't think you'd build them like this anymore. But it's got cactus with hoppers all along the edge to catch the slimes as they path their way off the edges. In the older versions, slimes would just kind of stupidly walk off the edge. They're a little bit smarter now, so this doesn't produce as much slime as before. I don't think we're going to make any major changes here, but it is one area where we have the same glass elevator with the fence gate. So I'm just going to fix that quickly, and we can get this back into production. Not sure I need a lot more slime, than we just have a ridiculous amount in storage already. And that's done. Cleaned up the old circuit, ran an extended run of hoppers back to the farm, fixed up the column. There's our new dispenser, and had to put the trigger circuit for the dispenser over here, just because we're so close to the bedrock. There's not a lot of room to put things in. So you can see there's stuff in the way, pretty much on every side. So just got lucky with a nice chunk here that I could use. So that's it. We should be getting slime balls now. Just they'll kind of trickle in and keep our supply topped up. We're at ground level now, and I just wanted to check on a few things. So the pumpkin tower, the melon tower, and the sugarcane farm that we built a few episodes ago, those are all working great. Not too surprised. The mechanics are pretty simple, so I would have been shocked if something was broken in either of these three. Same thing for the cactus farm over there. It's still working fine, giving us a little bit of cactus every once in a while, and of course the guild hall, nothing to report on there. But I thought I'd take a quick look in here. I don't think I've ever shown you this farm in detail before. So this is an automatic tree farm I built a while back. It's based on a concept I saw in a Mumbo Jumbo video quite a long time ago, using slime blocks to pull things back. So I thought, hey, that's a great idea. Why don't we build that into a full farm and get something going that can make not only oak, which is what most tree farms could build at the time, but also birch and spruce, which are some of the woods I like to use a lot more. So let's grab some saplings here. Inventory is a bit of a mess. Holy. So if we take some birch, we'll just throw that down here. And the way this works is bone meal, you put it into this chest. It's got lots of supply. Turn this on, stand here, and then you just kind of hold down left click. Bone meal gets dispensed, tree grows, and yeah, the slime blocks grab it, push it out of the way, and leaf crusher crushes most of the leaves, but leaves this kind of corner. But it seems to be enough to make this self-sustaining for at least birch and spruce. Make a few more trees here. It's awesome to see that working. So, and then if you were here to harvest a lot of trees, this is the area where they get pushed out. Not too different from most farm designs. And then as this fills up, these will get pushed out. So you can make a gigantic block of logs here, and then just take a nice axe and chop them all down in one shot. But yeah, everything looks good here, so glad I don't have to fix this. This one's pretty complicated for all the redstone underneath for all these pistons. So just one more farm to check, I think. And here we are in the soothing confines of the Nether, and this of course is our Wither Skull farm from episode 2. And it looks like the slime block sweepers are kind of moving back and forth. And yeah, hopefully this thing's working. The big thing to check here is whether the crushing mechanism still works as intended. So the idea was that it would suffocate the smaller mobs, but it would leave the wither skeletons alone, and that looks like what's happening right now. So we're probably in business here. Got a few skeletons already kind of accumulated. And yeah, I think I'm going to call this farm working. Excellent. Hey guys. Alright, here we are back at the Agrosphere. Just finished doing some trading with these guys. Now that the farm's working, and you can see that shovel that was in horrible red condition is now all fixed up, and I took the opportunity to fix up some of my other tools as well. So that's going to be it for this episode. A little different than usual. Hope you enjoyed it. I know we've only really scratched the surface of what's available in 1.11. There's lots of new things for us to explore and discover as we continue to expand the world. Still need to go to the end and all sorts of other crazy stuff like that. Definitely appreciate your feedback on this video. If you enjoyed it, please do hit that like button. If you want to see more, please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, definitely appreciate your comments on what we should do next. You know, would you like to see another big time lapse? Maybe not quite as crazy as the last video, but something along those lines as we expand this build. Or would you rather see a new farm? I've got a few ideas for some farms that need to be built in this area. So go ahead, hit me up with a comment. Let me know what you'd like to see, and I'll take that into account when I put together the next one. As always, I'm Monkeys. Until next time.